Hello, this is Photography Gamer. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing eFootball 2022. eFootball 2022 is a free-to-play game. This version's the PS4 one. You can get it on lots of different systems. Now, I haven't written this review out, so I'm just going to read off my notes because, well, that will become clear as I go on. So eFootball, it's the new PES really. It's by Konami and it's free to play. That's the new kind of change. Now, they were saying it was going to have a new engine. It was going to be like this brand spanking new, amazing new game that was really going to rival FIFA. Well, the cold hard reality of that statement is it's absolute nonsense because this is actually worse than it was in the last version of PES. First and foremost, they've basically released it as a demo without saying it's a demo. Like in the PS4 store, it's not in the demo section, it's in the free to play games. You can play exhibition matches against like offline friends, like couch co-op. You can do matches against AIs, and you can play online in these challenges against other players. But that is it. There's no edit mode, there's no cups, there's no leagues, there's no Master League, there's no Become a Legend, there's nothing. Now, they're clearly going to add that as all paid DLC, but it just feels weird. Also, there is a DLC available, which is £32 or something like that. Basically, the DLC they're offering is more than the game cost last year. And that DLC is something like a premium player pack. So they're actually charging more for a DLC than they were for the entire game last year. So you can see what they're doing here. They're releasing a game to say, oh, it's free now, but they're going to charge you more for all of the different parts. Gameplay wise, it's just very slow. It's very sluggish. Controlling the ball, like close control, is such a laborious task. Like the over animated sense of it. Like I remember when Winning 11 was a thing, which was the original PES kind of name. It had this real sharp arcade style. You know, you would control it and bish bash bosh gone. Here, it is really just quite tedious, I have to admit, and it's been that way for the last few years. And this is not an improvement. The collision detection, my word, if you've been on Twitter, you've probably seen it. There's a new button, it's basically where you can physically protect the ball or try and get in front of the other team's players physically. And when you do that, my god, it just, like people's arms start popping out of their socket, it's like people are twitching all over the place, but like it's just total disaster in terms of the visuals. And this was being heralded as like the new engine, but it's amazing that they've actually released it like this. I really am kind of appalled, and I'm not surprised because I saw this coming. If you watch my previous reviews of PES, I said this was coming. They're totally like giving up on this series. It's 2 years away from being buried in the ground. So yeah, gameplay wise, the graphics, there's no grass. That's another problem. You look at the pitch, it's like AstroTurf. It's just flat. Player faces. Now, there's been a lot of criticism of Ronaldo, Messi's faces and Varane and stuff, because people are pausing it in the middle of like tackles and action. When you actually look at a lot of the player faces just in the cold light of day, like say Aubameyang or Bruno Fernandes, for example, those faces look good. Ronaldo, Messi, I mean, you can recognize them. They don't look that great. And there's a lot of weird facial animations, especially in the celebrations. But it's just gameplay that's the problem. It's really, really slow. It's slow to control the ball. The passing, the shooting, everything just feels really sluggish. It's like you're walking through tar. And, you know, once you've played a couple of exhibition matches, there's not a great deal to do after that. Sound again, I mean, they've gone for the same commentators. I don't hate the commentators. I just don't like who writes their scripts because they're just so boring and plain, and it feels like someone reading off a script. You know, it doesn't feel like an organic kind of commentary. So good and bad points. What's good about it? Well, what is good about it? Let me look at my notes that I haven't written up. What have I written here? Fucking woeful, dire, no edit mode, commentary's poor, no modes at all. What the fuck? That's pretty much everything on here is bad. What's positive? It's free. But I mean, is that a positive? I don't even know if that's a positive because this is really, really bad, you know? Why would a developer release a game in this state? I just do not understand it, because they're going to, or maybe it's a cunning strategy. Maybe Konami said, let's release it in such an appalling state that we just trend for being so fucking awful. You know, publicity, you can only have good publicity, right? There's no such thing as bad publicity. But there is such a thing as a bad game. This is a bad game, I'm afraid. Okay, so verdict. What's the verdict? eFootball 2022 is really PES 2022, the demo. That's what they should have called it. PES 2022, the demo. Because that's what it is. It's a demo. Yes, they're going to add new things, but I really believe a lot of people are going to play this and just walk away from it. Because, you know, gamers are very fickle. Once you start playing something and it's really bad, why would you continue with it? I don't think there's any reason to really play it right now. Maybe in 3 months from now, you'll have Master League, etc. But I can't wait for the pricing on those things. They'll probably charge £45 for the Master League or something. Get the Edit Mode and Master League for $69.99. Half price. Fuck off. Okay, well, that's what I think of that review. Scoring, well, there's no, you know what is good about it? I don't know what to score this because I don't want to give it 0, but at the moment, it's a demo masquerading as a game. So playability wise, I mean, if you're looking for a free football game to have some exhibition matches, I suppose there's something there. You know, you could play it with friends, but the games aren't entertaining. They're not fun. They're not enjoyable. They're sluggish. They're slow. They're glitchy. Button lag. I guess 2 out of 10 would be what I would give it, but I feel like I'm being super generous, so I wouldn't bother with it if I were you. Even if you're a hardcore PES fan like me, just stay away from this until Christmas. Maybe by then they will have added stuff, but honestly, this is shit. That's the only way to say it. So don't bother. There's probably new football games coming out that will rival this, and this was 2 years away from, like I said, being in the ground. So yeah. Okay, that was the review. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and I will catch up with you next time. Cheers.